Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 15 minutes. I will be starting with a $94 in the green. So where did that come from? Well, real quick to walk through the order, and one of the annoying parts of trading, but I mean, it happens, is in pre-market, made this trade, so that's why it's not on video. It happened very, very quickly. Didn't have time to get things set up, especially when it was that early in the day. But what the first I'm going to keep in mind is that 500. I wanted 500 shares. I wanted 500 shares of SAGE, and I wanted to buy at $54. So that's the sequence right there. The problem becomes, and in trading terminology, I only got a partial, meaning I wanted 500 as I disclosed, but if you look right there, you can see 188, meaning I wanted 500, but the market only gave me, they only had 188 available at that moment in time. Hence, I only got 188 shares, and then I went and when I sold them, SLD, sold them for $54.50. So, I mean, it still gave me $94. I don't want to come across like I'm not grateful for that. But the point being, and you can't help but play the what if game, what if I had gotten all 500 shares? That would have been $250, which is quite a bit of a difference, but it is what it is. So that is why I'm starting in the green. Did a pre-market trade, but a good little example here of how partial fills happen. And that is also why if you are doing a simulator or if you are doing some sort of demo trading, just make sure, a good question I always ask is, does your platform do partials, or does it just assume you're always going to get the entire allotment? Because in the real world of trading, just because the price hits a certain level does not mean you're going to get every single share you want. And this is a good real life example of that. So just one of those kind of FYIs, if you are in the simulator or demo stage right now, always make sure you have an understanding of whether or not your platform does do partials, or if it just assumes you get everything. Because when you get everything, that's just not how it works in the real world, as you can see there. So enough ranting on that part, but there's actually quite a bit of good practical learning in that, because that's one of those things where people do all this great stuff in the simulator, and then they get in the real world and wait, why is it so much different? That's one of those things that can make it so much different, those partial fills. But market now opens up here in about 14 minutes, so let's see what happens. All right, going in the open, I believe SAG is going to want to break up above 57, and there is the break. Well, there was the break. Market opens up here in less than a minute. Market is now open. So there's the break out there for a quick scalp, but let's see how this one wants to play out now. Wasn't confident it was going to be able to hold above the 57 break, to which it did. So, but actually I need to be ready at 60.50 potentially. So let's see how this one wants to play out. So yeah, hindsight, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but like I said, so much downwards pressure in this one. I wanted to play it safe, and I'm well aware of that. I look kind of stupid now, but hey, that is good old hindsight for you. So let's let this one play out here a little bit. What is the low? The low is at 56.50. So we'll see what this one wants to do. I realize it's kind of hard to see here, but this is such a big gap down that, yeah, it makes the proportions off quite a bit. Actually, why don't I do log scale to help out a little bit there. So still more upwards movement. Low there is at 60. So we'll let that one play out. So I'd like to see this candle stay up above 60. I don't want to see it drop below 60 on this candle. Stay up, stay up. There we go. All right. Okay, 60 now becomes a very interesting entry point there. if the price can get down there. But right now, looking like it might want to make a movement back to the upside. So, all right, I will go ahead and pause for the time being, and we'll see what happens. All right, it's working its way down to 60. Okay, I'm going to get short. There we go. So let's see if it wants to work its way back below 60. Lots of buyers at 60, as you would expect. There's the break. All right, out there. Tough break. And this one just, yeah. All right, here, I need to go to AUPH. So let's see, what am I up right now? $544. It's 933. So AUPH, let me get this alerted in the chat room. So basically $500 in 5 minutes, because that earlier trade I walked you through literally happened in seconds. But yeah, AUPH now looking interesting, especially if we can get down below 15, because this is quite the gap up. So just as of right now, in my mind at least, just a pullback. And I'd be interested in buying the pullback. Would like to see it get a little bit more overextended in my favor though. So 500 shares, $14.90 for my first entry point. Let's see if it can break down there through 15. Again, overall context is bullish because of that big gap up. There's the break. All right, well, not quite moving as fast as I wanted it to, so I'll do my next, or my first entry point now at 14.51. So 14.51. Initial entry point. Let's go check out SAG real quick. Oh yeah, see, nothing. Just tight range right there. So feel much better now just to hop out where I did. Still potential there, but yeah, what a tight range, especially when you consider that that thing's down $89 and now it's just fluctuating within that sort of range. Kind of crazy and totally unexpected on my end. I thought it was going to be a whole lot more volatile. So I got that wrong. I was, like I said, there's the bounce. Well, I wouldn't necessarily been filled again. Think back to the opening part of the video on partial fills, but it did hit 1475. But because partials exist, that doesn't necessarily mean I would have been filled. But so now it becomes interesting for a potential movement back to the upside. Maybe getting back up above that $16 mark. So I'm going to go ahead and get long there at 15.50. Like I said, I like how it's fighting back here. There's the break. All right. Once again, just wanted a cleaner cut break. Probably messed up on that one. A little antsy. Shouldn't have gotten out that quick. Definitely antsy on it. As now we're getting a nice breakout to the upside. But good to see that pullback. Then showed some power. And yeah, I think I'll check back on this one. But I think this is going to be quite a bit higher. But oh well, $74. And yes, I was right about me being wrong. Got way too antsy. Reason I was antsy, I know I'll remind me to explain why I was antsy, because I know exactly why I was. Oh wow, work here getting destroyed. Let me get this alert made in the chat room. So why was I antsy? Well, because of this number here. I'm up $500. I don't want to see that drop significantly, and because of that, it just caused me to move too quickly and do something stupid, which I should not have done. But that is why I was too antsy, because I started off so strong. Okay, let's see there. Yes, here's shorts. Let me get this also alerted. Not 500 shares. Oh, well, CLVS is getting destroyed too, huh? Oh, wow. Get this alert in the chat room. All right, so I would definitely be interested in this one at 975, given how much this is bleeding. So let me just double check. Yes, 975. I mean, this one can move very, very quick. Let's see. This right here was basically a 70 cent move. And right around 70, 80 cent move in a minute. So that's why 975 might seem far away, but it's really not if this sort of downwards pressure continues. But that $10 break is going to be key. I'd expect there would be a lot of buyers sitting at that area. Wow, not really. Well, there they are now stepping in. Nope, now they're down. Going down to 955. This thing was just up over $16 a couple days ago. There are a lot of not happy people on this one right now. But this has also become quite the Kool-Aid stock, so I think there's a lot of people out there that are looking at this as buy the dip, buy the dip. So I will assist them in buying the dip, but I will only remain in the stock for ideally seconds. Little update on Sage here. What I'm going to do, I'll just move the chart over here so it becomes a little bit easier to see. But yeah, I really feel good about that. What was the low? The low it got was 59.05. I got out at 59.59. So yeah, I pretty much almost nailed the bottom of this. So feel very, very good about that. Just taking what it was willing to give me. A great setup though. I mean, you got to love, well, now it's hard to see because of that, but you got to love this candle here that formed. So gap down, a nice move up, candle right there. I said I was looking for the break below there, and it did break below there, but yeah, I was thinking it was going to go a lot lower than what it did. What is that low? 62.75. Also, something that I get quite a bit of is, Clay, I know you offer this chat room, or maybe you didn't know that I offer a chat room, but so how exactly does that work? So let me actually show you the first trade that, and where that was all coming from, and how people hopefully did better than I did, because I did not do a good job on it, as you saw in hindsight. But The main thing here to take notice of is the time. So this was made at 9:25 a.m. So before the market occurred, and also from kind of a disclosure standpoint, how does this all work? This was also made, before, so let's see, this order right here, yes. I bought at 56.85 at the time right there at 9:29. So remember back, I bought right before the market opened up. But the key thing here is, when did I alert that to the room? When did I alert it to everybody? Well, I alerted it at 9:25. So in other words, people could have gotten an even better entry point than what I did. So this is not one of these situations where, you know, the leader of the room, or whatever you want to call me, the person on the front page of the website, they buy first, they get the best entry, and then they alert it to everybody else. No, that's not how this works. And it doesn't need to work that way, because it's not like we're trading low liquid penny stocks or stuff like that, where, you know, it becomes a game of musical chairs. No, I alerted that before everybody else, and then you saw me get in. But as far as the alert itself, key break for upside pop. Keep in mind, lots of overall downwards pressure. Like I said, that's what was holding me out from not wanting more and getting more. At 57, going into the open. And that's exactly what you saw play out here. It just didn't work out. Well, I mean, it worked out for me, but that is why a little shocking. But yeah, to think that members could have, yeah, I suppose really it could still very well be in. It's not like it ever crashed downward. So for all of that, I mean, there could still be members in that were at 57. Now this thing's up to 66, which is now bringing about a potential, oh, it's going to get halted. It's going to stop trading. So watch over here. This is going to all disappear here in a second. A trading halt is coming. There it is. So there is the trading halt. Wow, this video is at 16 minutes. It's 9:15. I'm up $619. So you know what? I'm just going to call this a video. We already got some good trades in. Got, I think, some really great practical learning lessons here about human emotions, human psychology, why I was antsy, you know, why I hopped out too soon on that one. So yeah, a lot of good stuff here. So I'm just going to call it a day. I'm more than happy. I mean, to be done with the day at 15 minutes in, up $600. For me, that's worth it. I don't know. Maybe for you, $600 in 15 minutes. No, that's, I mean, I wouldn't be happy, and that's good for you. I mean, to each their own, but for me, I'm more than happy with that. So quickly before I go, if you are interested in joining that community that I just talked about and showed kind of how it works, you can just go to claytrader.com/team. And really the question there that you need to ask yourself, because it is $99 for 3 months, is do I believe the service can help me make more than $8.25, not per day, but per week? Because that's how that pricing breaks down. $8.25 per week. If you believe the service can help you make more than $8.25 per week, then you will get a great return on your investment. So that's the thought process there. So there's that live chat room. Then I also send out weekly personal scans via a newsletter, and there is the app too, so you can stay in touch wherever you are. But if you're not interested in that, then all I would say is, hey, if you enjoy these videos and want me to keep making them, then all you got to do is hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And also check out the channel. Hopefully you decide to subscribe. If you're somebody that likes the stock market, likes to build wealth, likes to kind of just take control and just make things happen, then yeah, check out the channel and subscribe. But if nothing else, like I said, just leave, if you want me to keep making these live trades, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Thanks for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.